So we all been there. It's meet day. We can't hit squat deb. We're nervous because we've been training our egos instead of our legs. Everyone wants to squat more weight, but no one wants to earn it. But on meet day, deb is the differentiator. I used to squat high to chase numbers as well until I realized I wasn't actually getting stronger and I almost bombed out on my last meet. Now, for me, this was huge deal because I've never lost a competition. If you don't know me, I'm Delana J. Woodbine, but you can also call me DJ. I'm the current 120 kg national champion here in Canada, and I make videos about my experience in powerlifting. Today I'm addressing squat depth, which you can see in this video is behind my legs. There's a band below my calves. So the goal in using these bands are I need a tactile cue to know when I hit depth. Now these bands are really low, but I think this is where I need to be to ensure that I always get white lights on my squats come meet day. I got pretty big quads, so it's really challenging for judges to judge my squat depths. But last meet, I've only got white lights from the front judge, and I've always seemed to gotten a red light on one side of my hips. So for the last 3 months since my meme, I've been doing these banded squats in the power rack. It's not that difficult to set up. The only issue is when you do come back, do walk back, you do hit the rack pins a few times, but I think it's well worth it because come meet day, I'm probably going to be really confident on my squat, which I was never so confident on. A few problems you might face with squatting to IPF depth is restricted ankle mobility, hip mobility, just improper form, but it's usually a mobility issue, and that's an easy fix. Once you figure out your mobility problem, you can just set those bands behind you in a power rack and every day come in and try to hit it. This won't be easy at first. I struggled for the first 2 months and still am struggling with my squat enjoyment because the weights that I'm handling are way below what I'm actually capable of. For example, that 600 was my top set for the day, but my lifetime PR with 600 pounds is 10 reps. So very far off from where my strength should be, but I know trusting the process is going to be well worth it because always on meet day, whenever I miss my squat, it sets the tone for the whole meet, and I know a lot of other powerlifters can relate to this. While we are on the topic of my plan, let me tell you what we had planned for day 11. It was a squat single 606. I took first single at 7, which you saw, and then I went up to 623 to do 7.5. The target number was just 605 for a 7, which I did think I hit, but it was so easy I wanted to make sure. Afterwards, I did 6 back down sets of triples at 6 RPE with 475. After that, I had bench press because I only had 2 movements on this day. My first set was 355 for 8 reps at a 7 RPE, then 385 for 8 at a 8, 413 for only 7 reps at a 9, and then 402 for 7 reps at 9.5 to 10. Right? You saw me fail it there. Alright, so I haven't been talking the whole video, so I hope the mic is working. So this week's bench is the worst so far. This morning I woke up feeling sick, even though we did get on squats. So I think I kind of talked myself from squats already because I already know I was sick, so I wasn't planning to eat hard. But after seeing how good squats went, I just said, alright, fuck it. Because my whole plan at the end of this block, after I did that 4 or 5 for 8 on the first week for 8, was to try to do it for 10, right? Because afterwards I have a deload, so that last set, I was trying to hit for 2 for 10 reps. I got 8,
not even. I missed that last one. So 7, so even worse than last week. Because I think I did 4-8 and then 4-8 twice. I think the last set was 7 still, but at least the first set I got 8. So it's just a little bit worse. Also, I tracked my sleep, so I was in bed for 8 hours in total. But from my sleep tracking, it says I only got like 4 hours of restful sleep. So for me to be at like a good range, I gotta at least get 5. So it was an hour short, so not too bad. 3, I'd be definitely cooked. But 4, not too bad, but not too great. But I know I only got 4. Couldn't sleep properly. I couldn't like get rest. I kept getting up, going to the bathroom and shit like that. But all things considered, I'm happy with how squat went and bench went, and seeing that I couldn't really like push to the max, because even that set didn't feel hard. Like my triceps were cramping, but I just couldn't do anymore. Like felt like I was running out of breath, and it's because I'm sick. So you know when it's hard for you to breathe. So we did 215 on squats. I did 6 sets instead of 7, like the weeks prior, just because I did one more heavy single at 7.5. I was hoping that it's gonna move like a 7, but that 7.5 is probably what I've been scoring every squat session before as a 7. So it was really good. Like that's honestly 10 kilo PR with the RPE. Probably, I definitely wasn't being honest the whole time, just because the depth thing was kind of throwing me off on gauging my RPE. So I think every week was 7.5. Today was the only week where I hit 606 as a true 7 on the head, like it didn't slow down or anything. And then I went 10 kilos more, and it still moved good. So I got 2 things today. All I gotta do now is like eat and recover, and like try to crunch through this video quickly as possible and like catch up with everything. So let's strip it down. That's all I got for today. I'm looking forward for Deads. Deads was feeling good last week. I think I could do like 330, 335 tomorrow. It all comes down to how I sleep, so I'm gonna focus on recovery, and then let's see how we wake up tomorrow. Yeah, that's it for the video. See you tomorrow.